Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They don't be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now. For now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.
Yes, my peoples, big up yourself, man. Big up the whole Metric community. Smash the likes on your way in, my peoples, man. Come on, man. Let's start this day positive. Smash them likes, man. Come on, broskies. So let's get into the news, man. We've got a loads to talk about. The boy Fabrizio's come out and said a 1-2 things. Things are coming out of everywhere. Yeah. Alex Crook, remember he's rolling around with Ben Jacobs at this time. So he's a bit gassed. He's getting a bit of news sometimes as well. So we'll get straight into it, my peoples, man. Smash these likes. Come on, man. So we'll start off from 24 hours ago, etc., so that we can get a feel. Because remember, come on here once a day at 4 o'clock and stream. So 4 o'clock yesterday, we might have missed something. So this is just the Roscoe stuff. Fabrizio saying that he's just about to sign for us. He's a young gem. We got him for $1 million. And he might be the new Caicedo. That's what we feel. We feel like we got a proper deal out of him. We got some Conor Gallagher talk. And there's a chance we could go for him. But listen, he's just an opportunity. He's not a priority. He's not on the list with the big boys. But if we go for him, it's 26 million. Same as Edison, really. So Edison and Gallagher, both 26 million. They're opportunity signings. They're not priority. We don't care if we get them or not. We had this talks about Nathaniel Brown. He's American. He's on Real Madrid's shortlist for a left back. Remember, they've got Alvaro Carreras. I don't know who else they got there. They got Mendy as well. Furlan, Mendy, Carreras. They've got a few players. Camavinga plays there sometimes. But they're talking about 60 to 70 million pounds for him. That's crazy, Frankfurt. I don't know what they're talking about over there. He must be wonderful. He must be wonderful, this guy. He must be sensational because I've never heard of him. So for him to be going for them prices, 60 to 70 million, that's striker prices, bro. Strikers are going for that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't know. I don't know the skeezer that much, but Barcelona are keeping an eye. Nathaniel Brown is on Real Madrid's shortlist, and Man United are keeping an eye on the situation too. So we'll see, man. But they're saying he's 100% going to leave in the summer. So we'll see what comes out of that. Obviously, we had this young gem. Man United and AC Milan are both tracking him. Karetsas, his name is. He's 18 years old. And he scored a few goals for Genk. That's his home Thai club. We got the boy Cunha. He's back. You get me? He's gone on Instagram, not this one, that one. He's gone on his Instagram and updated us. Look, he's saying he's back. The boy Cunha's back. And he's playing against West Ham. He's going to be there. I think Xerxes should keep his place and give Cunha a run out in the last 30 minutes. While Old Trafford, we should get the dub. I don't think you should just put Cunha straight up front and put Xerxes on the bench. It might mess up the rhythm. Do you know what I'm saying? It might mess the whole rhythm up. Just leave Xerxes to play up front and then let Cunha come in after, say, half an hour to the end or something like that. But Cunha's back, man. Cunha's back. So we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, this is the Cameroon squad. Brian Mbeumo's there. He's going to play AFCON. They leave for AFCON. It's been said now on the 15th. So as soon as they play Bournemouth, Ahmad, Mazarari, and Mbeumo will get on the plane straight away. Onana has not been picked. They've said no to Onana. You can't see no funky hairstyles with the goalkeepers. Look, they haven't brought him on. So Mbeumo's there. Belieber's there as well. And who else have they got? They got someone else from the Premier League as well, ain't there? But yeah, so either way, anyway, Onana has not made the cut. He's not on the plane, bro. He's staying in Turkey. So he got the move to try and go AFCON, and it didn't even work out for him. Joking. Obviously, that's what I just showed you. Look, FIFA has informed clubs that they'll be able to retain players selected until the 15th of December. That's the day that we play Bournemouth. So apparently, they can play and then get on the plane straight after. That's the day that they all got to fly, apparently. So we've got Bournemouth at home Monday, the 15th of December. And then they can play and then leave. We had this about Semenyo, Fabrizio Romano. He said that Man United at this stage aren't in active talks for Semenyo because their focus at this stage is on investing money on different positions, like a midfielder. United like Semenyo. Ruben likes Semenyo for sure, but the priority target at this moment is a different position. But only last week, he was saying Man United want a 10/winger. So maybe he's talking about priority right now. That's it. That's all he's mentioning, the priority positions. But he's been saying that we want a 10/winger. So he's confusing, man. I don't understand, man. But yeah, smash the likes, my peoples, man. Get these likes going, man. This is him about Onana. The Andre Onana chapter at Man United is closed. He's been left out of the AFCON squad by Cameroon. Onana will be back at Man United in June to try and find a new solution because Man United believe that the chapter of Onana is over. We already know that. So I'm just running through these old ones, but I'm going to get into the new ones in a sec. As you can see, 8 hours ago. Now we're going to start talking properly. This is the most of the stuff we've got to talk about. Laurie Whitwell's came out and he's saying Man United's pursuit of a new midfielder will be one of the key transfer stories in 2026. The centre of the park is an area United have strived to fix for years, and several players with the potential to provide the remedy could be available. Carlos Baleba, Elliot Anderson, and Adam Wharton are among the names being considered at Old Trafford, although each of their clubs will have something to say about any approach, as will other suitors, of course. Every club will have something to say. They're going to say a price, right? Do you know what I'm saying? None of them have really got release clauses. So, of course, Elliot Anderson seems like he's the #1 target at this moment. That's what's being said by a lot of journalists. Andy Mitten came out and said it the other day. I think Rich Fay said something as well. Elliot Anderson's the main one right now. And he's going to be about... Ben Jacobs said it's going to be under 100 million. But it's not going to be under 50, 60 million. So it could be, you're looking at probably like an 80, 90 million to get Elliot Anderson. Remember, our transfer record, I think it's about 90 million, 88 million or something like that for Paul Pogba. I don't think there's anything above that. So we're willing to smash that record now to go above it and get the guy that we need for our midfield. Adam Wharton, he's 70 million unless he signs a new deal. If he signs a new deal, it will go up to probably 80. But at this time, it's 65 to 70 million. That's the talks about Adam Wharton. Adam Wharton's a baller, man. That's the one that I've watched for the longest and rated. Baleba, I was watching him last season. I rated him, but this season, he's fell off a cliff. So with Baleba, I'm going to get into Baleba in a minute. But Adam Wharton, I've been watching him for the longest. We saw him against us the other day. Even that ball to Mateta when Euro tripped up Mateta and got the penalty. He just always forward thinking. He just knows, bam. Anderson's probably the package when you actually look at it, because he's got everything going on defensively, attacking, he creates chances, he wins tackles, he wins duels, he does everything. He scans, he's cold. Anderson's got everything going on in all. Wharton, he's just a progressive passing, and he hasn't got that much pace or nothing, but progressive passing. And even when he goes for tackles more times, he barely misses. Do you know what I'm saying? So I rate Wharton. I rate the Wharton. When I talk about Baleba, I don't mind Baleba coming true. I'm cool with Baleba. I'm just not on this 70, 80, 100 million talk that they were coming with. Brighton wanted 115 million for Baleba. If they drop that down to under 70 million, I'm cool with that with United. I feel like we ain't been bumped. If we go and pay them anything over 80 after how he's been playing, we've bumped ourselves, mate. Literally. So that's the only thing with me and Baleba. I don't mind Baleba coming to United, but I don't think we should be spending over 80 million when he's showed us, come on, any of our players have a season like he's had, we can't get rid of them for 100 million. There's no way. It's not going to happen. Even if we got in, who could I say? I don't know. Whoever, Mbeumo could score 25 goals and then have a season like Baleba's had. This one, he's getting hooked at half-time. 4 games this season. Half-time hookage. You think you could still sell him for 100 million the next season? Come on. Let's be real. So that's my thing with Baleba. Baleba, anything under 80 million, let's go. 65 or something, cool. Potential. And then you go and add that with Anderson. You spend altogether about 180. I'm cool with that. Anderson, he's probably going to cost about 100 million in total with add-ons included. That's probably worth it, to be honest. Wharton, he's going to cost about 70 million. I'm cool with Wharton. I don't mind any of them. And this is what just shows about Ineos and what they've come with, this new strategy. We're only linked with ballers. All these guys are prem-proven ballers. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, Baleba's not having the best season, but they're ballers. They're all known, like they're all the up and coming, and they're going to be at their clubs for a decade. It's not going to be no, yeah, come in, Casemiro will buy you 70 million whilst you're 30 years old, and then you do 4 or 5 years at the club, and then, yeah, you got to go. Do you know what I'm saying? We bought Casemiro. He's done, what, 3 years and a bit? and then he's leaving at the end of the season. These geezers are going to be here for a decade or so. Like, they're ready for that. So we'll see what happens, man. That's Laurie Whitwell, very reliable for Man United News, part of the Athletic. If you don't know, Laurie Whitwell is certified. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with that one there. Let's get into the rest of the news and we'll double back. Anyone that's just come into the chat, make sure you smash the likes, man. And if you've missed anything, don't worry. We'll get back into it anyway. So that's the three. That's Laurie Whitwell saying that them three are the three. We're going to be chasing one of them. Definitely Summer. We got João Gomez now. Look at this. Fabrizio Romano was talking about him. Yeah, Man United might go for him. He's one of the opportunities, blah, blah, blah. I don't really rate Fabrizio too much. You know what I'm saying? But this is what Fabrizio's come out and said. He's come out and said Man United might look to do something in January, but the expectation is that any such deal will be seizing a low-cost opportunity rather than attempting any long-term signing. That being said, conversations will take place in case circumstances change. United are not anticipated to enter talks for João Gomez at Wolves. They're not on it. João Gomez is a myth. So people keep gassing us. We have Ben Jacobs come out. He's going to cost 50 million. We could go there. Fabrizio's coming out saying, yeah, Man United might go for him. He's keen on going to Man United. Keen. You know that word keen that they throw out? Bro, of course he's keen to leave. One, Man United, of course you want to go there. And two, he wants to go anywhere. They're getting relegated. They've got 2 points on the board after 13 games. He just wants to get out of there. It's miserable over there. You know what I'm trying to say? You know you're going down. And he's a defensive midfielder. He's not even a striker. He can't help them in any sort of way. So Laurie Whitwell is the one that I believe because he's certified. When it comes to Man United, he don't talk about no other clubs. Laurie Whitwell won't come here and tell us about Spurs or City or Liverpool. He only talks about Man United. So when he talks, you listen. We're not looking at him. It's a myth. He's an opportunity if he was at a low price, but we're not going to go and pay 50 million, what we paid for Ugarte, and we're now trying to get rid of him for João Gomez. And I don't even, my whole thing is, why would we go there and get someone that doesn't go into the first team? If you look at all of our signings, they all go straight into the first team. Sesko, Højlund, cheers. Mbumo came in. Garnacho, cheers. Cunha came in. Rashi, whatever. Sancho, they had to bounce. Mounts had to hit the bench. Lamans is coming, buying there. We ain't even heard his name since. This is what we're doing now. We're getting players that play now. João Gomez comes in. He doesn't start over Casemiro. He doesn't start over Bruno Fernandes. What are we doing? What, are we just going to have someone off the bench that's got legs? We could just get Collier back from loan. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't really rate João Gomez. I don't think he's going to change anything. I don't think he's just an extra body that's got legs. That's it. But I don't ever watch him. I don't think anyone's ever watched him and said, we need to get João Gomez out of that Wolves team. No way. Cunha was the saviour for Wolves, and that was it. Since then, they fell apart. They've got nobody. Now they've got Strand Larson, and he can just about do something over there. So, João Gomez, forget about it, bro. United are not anticipated to enter talks for João Gomez at Wolves. Because apparently they're putting out 50 million. 50 million, you're not going to, no one ain't going to take him. And once you get relegated, he's going to be dying to leave, and you're going to have to accept half. This is the same thing that happened with Diblin. We wanted Diblin. They were quoting us 100 million. Man United, 100 million. They got relegated, as we all knew was going to happen. And then they ended up selling Diblin to Everton for 35 million or something. It's stupid. So forget about João Gomez. I don't think he's good enough anyway, to be honest with you. We've got this about Kobe Mainoo. And he says Kobe Mainoo's future will come under discussion again as soon as January. Although the player and the club would be considering a loan move in that instance, Ugarte is also struggling for opportunities, and his position may be looked at next summer. Xerxes has attracted interest from Serie A. Obviously, we've got the talks about Xerxes every day. I'm here, and Roma keeps talking about him every day. It's always Roma want Xerxes. Roma have made this. They've shouted Man United about this. So Xerxes, it is looking very likely something could happen, but I just don't think it's going to happen because AFCON don't finish until the 18th of January. So unless after Mbumo, Ahmad and all that have come back and the whole team's back, then you can probably get your move. But I can't see him getting his move before AFCON because, bro, that's not going to make no sense. We're short for players. And on top of that as well, look, he played the second game, let's say, and he scored. So good on him. That's why I want him to stay. I want him to start against West Ham. We're at Old Trafford, not that much pressure. Start and then maybe put on Cunha. But let's be real now. I don't really think Amrin rates him. Amrin has used him as a last result option. Cunha was fit. Xerxes would have never played against Palace. That goal would have never happened. Let's be real. So I think he might still have that in mind and say, you know what? Yeah, I'm doing what I'm doing now and I'm getting opportunities. But, mate, I need to go and play somewhere. Because Roma, they need a striker. They got Evan Ferguson from Brighton over there and he's not doing anything. Do you understand that? They're dying for a striker. So maybe they do go for him. But let's be honest. I don't think that he's going to think, man. I don't think that Xerxes leaves. I'll be real. Do you understand? I don't think he leaves. Because it's going to make us turn around and go, you know what? We've got to go and get some new players from somewhere else. How is that going to make any sense? Think about it. It's just going to give you more trouble now to go out there and go and find someone that's as good as Xerxes. And maybe we've got to pay him money. That's why you got Conor Gallagher and all of these guys, 26 million. I don't know, man. I think Kobe Mainoo, the one thing I like about Mainoo, he's obviously saying what he's saying. He's saying that he doesn't want to leave Man United. He loves Man United. And he just wants to go on loan because he wants to go to the World Cup. Remember, this guy was in the Euros, you know. He was in the Euros standing on the post when we lost the finals. He was there with Declan Rice and these guys. And now he's watching Wharton and Anderson and these men are the new guys now. How? You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, big up Kobe, man. I don't want him to leave, but I understand if he goes on loan. So we'll see what happens with that, man. This is the goal of the month. I don't know why this is Man United. I was going to say Premier League. Goal of the month for a header. That's just a simple goal. Obviously, it's R1, Man United, Casemiro against Forest, Ahmad versus Forest, Mbumo against Tottenham, De Ligt, blah, blah, blah. The best goal there is definitely going to be Xerxes, even though that was questionable. Maybe Mason Mount. That free kick was cold. Maybe Mason Mount. But Xerxes' one was just like, I never thought he was going to score that. I thought that was a cross. I'll be real. But it is what it is. So cool, man. Let's see this one now. So this is Mark Oden. I don't really mess with him too much. I don't really rate him. I'll be real with you. But he's saying Man United want 2 new midfielders and also in the hunt for wing-backs to suit Amrin's 3-4-3 formation. But the imminent departure of Mbumo, Ahmad, Diallo and Mazraoui to AFCON will hamper United's ability to do business in January because players potentially heading for the exit door, Mainoo and Xerxes, will need to be available to play. There's an overall need for improvement, but right now, United's priority is overhauling their midfield department, centrally and out wide. Listen, we've been hearing about this overhaul thing for ages. Everyone's come out and said we want 2 midfielders. Ben Jacobs, Andy Mitten, reliable for United News, Athletic, same thing. And they've all said we want 2 midfielders. So it's evident that we're going to basically sell some of these players anyway. So it's crazy because I've got more news about Ugarte anyway. But look, he's throwing Ugarte in there. He might have to leave. We know Casemiro is going to leave on a free. So it's going to be an overhaul. We don't know about Bruno. We still got a question mark. The Saudis want him. Remember, he turned down 700K. But next season, he might say, you know what? It's time for me to bounce. I've done what I can do here. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it might be a proper overhaul where we go out there and go crazy. We sell some of these players. Someone like Ugarte, maybe you get like a 30 million if you're lucky. Bruno goes, what's the price meant to be? 60, 70 million or something. Bam. You add that to what you've already got. Casemiro's wage bought, Bruno's wage bought. It's like 600K alone. It's crazy. So we'll see, man. But imminent departures. Obviously, the AFCON is going to kill us for a minute. We've got Aston Villa away, Newcastle. We've got a few games in there that we might suffer. I'm talking like Amrin now, but we'll see, man. We'll see. But that's Mark Oden. Like I said, he's not the most reliable in the world. He does get a 1-2 things right, and he just runs off that. But he's not the most reliable guy in the world. So we'll see. Let's talk about this is something about Stiller now. And he says Man United will listen to offers about Mainoo, Xerxes, Malacia, but allowing any of them to leave before AFCON would leave Amrin desperately short of players. However, if the United hierarchy can unlock some funds, it could make a move for one of his key targets in January. And that's obviously Anderson, Wharton, Belieber, Stiller. United could be busy in the second half of the window once Mbumo, Ahmad, and Mazraoui return. That's what I just said. Once they're back, I think Xerxes and that we're going to say, yo, you don't really need me as much now. But of the midfield targets, only Stiller seems likely to be affordable and available for next month. So Stiller's available. But listen to this. The Stiller stuff is mad because he's meant to be 40 million or something like that. But they've got a choice. They've got a chance to buy out that clause and double it. So it doesn't even make sense saying that he's got a clause because they've got a chance to buy at that clause. They're the first club that can buy it out, of course, and then they can just double it. So it doesn't even make no sense. So I don't know. I don't know if he will leave in January. The January thing just seems weird. We've got like two categories. We've got the big dogs and we've got the low cost options. So we got Gomez, who Lobby Whitwell just said is a myth. Gallagher, 26 million for Fabrizio saying, and we got Edison that we've been scouting forever, 26 million as well. So you can go and get one of them. I would get Edison all day. He's a baller. You can go and get one of them. And then there you got the big dogs, the Belieber, the Anderson, the who's the other geezer? Wharton, Stiller. I don't know, man. I don't know if we get him. I know that's a what's his name? What's that geezer's name that we got? Christopher Vavell. He's been scouting him for the longest. Apparently, Jason Wilcox likes him as well. I just don't know if we go for him, man. Maybe if we get like a top midfielder like a Anderson, then we can go and get Stiller as well. Do you know what I'm saying? But I just can't see it happening, man. Not anymore anyway. I think we just keep it in the Prem. We're not taking any chances. And then this is, who's this? Rich Fay. Rich Fay's 30. And he says, Man United could break their transfer record fee to sign a top midfield target next year. United have made it priority to refresh their midfield options at the end of the season and could sign 2 players in the position. Anderson and Wharton are both expected to cost an excess of 100 million. And their values could rise even higher if they start for England at the World Cup next summer. United's current transfer record is still the 89 million they spent to bring in Paul Pogba back from Juventus in 2016. That's what I'm saying. We might smash the record. We're probably going to have to anyway. But listen to this. I don't think any of them are 100 million. I think that's guessing. And obviously that's probably with add-ons. But Anderson has been said he's less than 100. I don't know what it is. There's some variables. I don't know what that is, but he's meant to be less than 100 million. And Wharton, until he signs that new deal, he ain't going to be close to even 80. He's 65. This is what's being reported. He's 60 to 65, 70. If he signs the new deal, then it goes over 80. But so I don't know where 100 millions come from. But Rich Fay is 30. But listen, we're looking to smash the record anyway. Either way, because we're looking to get 2 midfielders is what we've been saying anyway. So we'll see what happens, man. But that's Rich Fay. He's certified and we'll see. What was that there? Hold on, let's go back to that. United Josh. Why did it go? Yeah, so that was Rich Fay, and we'll get into the rest of the stuff as well. So that's where we was right here. Boom. This is that Mohamed Dabou guy. Look at this. Remember, we were sitting here and everyone kept saying that we're going to sign this kid. Because remember, he was on trial at Man United. You know what Vivell's doing. Yeah, African kids. He's going out there getting the best ones. Contrary to the information circulating on foreign clubs' account, which has been widely shared, Mohamed Dabou is still a B Sport Academy player and available for a next transfer. So he hasn't signed for no one. It came out yesterday that he signed for a team in Croatia or something like that. He's still there. I don't know this guy. He's meant to be the next guy, the next Amad Diallo, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Premier League is considering holding a 4-club summer series in Asia next year. No concrete plans are in place, but clubs have been contacted for their views, with Hong Kong and the nearby Chinese city of Shenzhen seen as potential host venues. The Premier League has confirmed the 2026-27 season will not begin until the 22nd of August in theory. It could mean a 3-match summer series could be held between, this is what we done. Basically, this is what we done this year, and we won it, as you can see in the picture. Literally, it was us, West Ham, Bournemouth, and Everton. You just all play each other in Asia, so the Asian fans get to see it at their time, which is reasonable, and that's it. It's just pre-season, really. So nothing really that special. But yeah, man, we'll see. Obviously, it's Asia, innit? It's a bit more further, etc. This is the stuff about Rashford. Marcus Rashford leaving Barcelona after his loan is the most probable scenario. Listen, I was telling you this from early. This is what I kept saying. I kept saying when we was here and we was talking about Rashford and all the transfers, etc. I was saying they don't really rate him over there. They went for Nico Williams. That was their first choice. He said whatever. He signed a new contract. Then they went for Luis Diaz. Liverpool said no, like 3 times. Closed the door, said he's not for sale, he's not for sale, and then he ended up going buying anyway. But they went for him as a safety. Like, all right, we need to get someone. All right, let's get Rashi. But bro, he's doing what he needs to do over there. I reckon they should have signed him. He's got the most goals and assists or something like that. Or is it assist? I think he's got the most assists in La Liga. So maybe they're not praying that and they're saying we can get someone else, someone a bit better. But the Barca fans are definitely, they're happy with him. But this is he's a top, look, he works for the Athletic. He's a top journalist for Barcelona. So what he's saying is reliable. And he's saying Rashford's leaving Barcelona after his loan is the most probable scenario. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So Rashford it might be a myth. If he comes back, what's going to happen? Is Ruben going to give him another chance? It seems like him and Ruben, it's done. I don't know. Let me get a few of these comments, man. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. Let's get these comments going. Metric Community, Man United, big up yourself, man. I hope you're good. Yes, Metch, we need to beat West Ham. That's the next one. You know what's mad? We're playing last every day. Today, you got some Premier League games. Newcastle, Tottenham, etc. Tomorrow, you got a few other clubs. And then we're playing on Thursday by ourselves. Then everyone's playing on Saturday. Everyone's playing on Sunday. Then we're playing on Monday by ourselves. It's crazy, blood. It's always all eyes on us. But we need to beat West Ham, of course. Big up yourself, you, man. I hope you're good. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. What's up, mate? I hope you're good, Omar, man. It's in the place. Glazer's out. What's this I hear about Mainu going? I just spoke about that. Like I said, I'll summarize in the end, but I don't think he's going anywhere. It might be a little loan, nothing serious, but we'll see. It's the only one we should be targeting. Pay him up with Kobe. Belieber, though. I don't mind Belieber, like I said, but that 100 million is crazy. Do you see Cunha starting ahead of Josh? Yeah, I see Cunha starting because Amrin I don't think he trusts Josh. That's the thing, but I don't want him to kill the rhythm. Josh is, you know what I'm saying? He's played, he scored his goal, let him carry on going and then give Cunha a half an hour. You can't give Cunha 90 minutes. So don't do it the other way where you go, let me start Cunha and then take Cunha off 60 minutes and then put on Josh for 30. No, start Josh. It's West Ham, bro. We're not playing no team where you need to have Cunha on. You know what I'm saying? So I want him to start Finger first, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm looking for us free players. Stop West Ham attack. Bowen. Yeah, Bowen's there. Remember, Paqueta got himself sent off for no reason. Man chased the referee around the whole pitch for the red card. That needs to be investigated, that one there. Different. What's good? Like and subscribe. Whenever I hear Nana, I get pissed. It's crazy. And Nana ain't going to no AFCON. He's pissed. I just don't want to see him coming to United. That's it. I agree with you. I am for Cunha off the bench, coming off the bench. Euro struggled in the past game. I don't think he'll start. Nah, I think he will start, man. It'll just come on, man. Things happen every game, bro. And I feel like he made it worse than it was. He done well. He done a few blocks, etc. Yeah, he gave away the penalty. That was about it, bro. But he was so upset on the sideline. Remember, he's still young, innit? So you got to give it to him. But because he was so upset, and then at the end, he's got his hood up, and then Mason Mount's in his ear, it made it seem a bit more madder than it is. It weren't that deep. He made one mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. We ain't gave a penalty away in ages as well. I'll tell you that for free. So that was the first one in time. No top midfielder for under 100 million, bro. What do you mean? Are you trying to say what? What are you trying to say? What, like get who for under? Oh, you're saying no top midfielders are under 100 million. Yeah, but I'm just going off the reports. Ben Jacobs is saying, bro, none of them's going to be 100 million. None of them. No water, none of them. And Belieber can't even go close to 100 million at this time. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear no 100 million talk when it comes to Belieber. Big up Metch. AP, big up yourself, man. I hope you're good, bro. Come on, man. Smash these likes, my peoples, man. I'll get a few more of these comments and then we'll get into the rest of the news. And she's jumping on the panel and catch up. I don't know that. Yeah, who is that? Not so sure about the return of Rashford. Barcelona would have to pay a hefty. I don't know about that. They ain't got no hefty fine. I ain't seen nothing about no hefty fine with Barcelona. I ain't seen nothing about no hefty fine. I thought they've got an option to buy him or they don't. That's all it is. It was simple as that. I didn't hear nothing about no fine. It wasn't no Chelsea thing or nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? And I remember the only hefty fine I've seen is the Chelsea thing because that one was actually in the contract. Do you understand? But then again, it was an obligation. So it was a weird one. It's like, yeah, you're obligated to buy him. But if you don't buy him, it's 5 million. They're not obligated to buy him. They've got a buy option. That's the difference. So I don't think they're paying any fines though. I'll be real. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. David, love, man. Appreciate you, bro. Selling Xerxes as fast as possible. Cannot forget about 135 minutes of horrible minutes with Xerxes. I mean, the worst type of play. You weren't rating him. I think he done a few good things and a lot of bad things. But because he got the goal, sometimes you overlook it. Do you get it? The fans are singing his name. No one really cared. But yeah, it was one of them ones. Big up Metch, big up yourself. I'm gonna listen to my last comment. Let me get into the rest of the news and I'll get back into it. Big up yourself though, David, man. I hope you're good. The way we're inconsistent, I see West Ham giving us pressure like crazy. Bro, they got Somerville's meant to be injured, Paqueta's sent off. We literally got to look out for Jared Bowen and a few wingbacks, Wan-Bissaka and Diouf. That's it. If we're struggling with that, let's just forget about it. Let's just all wrap it up and just go home. Literally, there's no point even turning up. Yeah, that team is pony. They're in the relegation zone. They're in a relegation battle. The only thing saving them is Nuno was kind of a good manager. He's okay. You get it? You saw what he done with Forest. He can get something out of them. So we'll see, my peoples, man. Smash these likes, though, man. Andrew Kitchen, bro, I don't like when man tell me about the ref. I don't care. What's this going to do? It's set to referee the Man United game when West Ham United provide the opposition on Thursday night. This is only his 5th Premier League assignment after racking up lots of experience in the EFL. Since 21-22, Kitchen, who hails, bruv, this is so irrelevant. That's one thing I don't like, bro. When people start talking about, why do we care? Just turn up on the day, whoever the ref is what it is, bro. We're all going to watch for our eyes, bro. You know what I mean? I don't care. Bruno Fernandes is Premier League Player of the Week. He ain't going to get that. I know he got 2 assists, but he's not going to get Premier League Player of the Week. He got Thiago scored 2 goals. Foden scored 2 goals plus a winner. Who else? There's people scoring 2 goals. Etc. They're gonna. Reece James is in there. He had a good performance. He ain't getting that, man. Christmas at Old Trafford, and this is the stuff about Ugarte. Look at this about Ugarte now. Alex Crook, remember, he's rolling around with Ben Jacobs now, so he thinks he's the shit. You know what I mean? He said Ugarte's future at Man United is looking increasingly bleak. United are planning a major overhaul of their midfield next summer and are willing to break their club transfer record to sign one of Carlos Baleba, Adam Wharton, or Elliot Anderson. That inevitably means casualties and Ugarte being allowed to move on. With reports, the club have identified as many of 10 other players who could follow him out the door. So he's saying we're going to do a mad rebuild of 10 players. I don't really believe that, man. I don't think there's 10 players that could leave. I know Ugarte, Dalot, maybe he's been playing okay, but maybe he could be in that, like, you know what? When his contract's coming up, let's just let him go. Obviously, if you count, maybe he's counting the bomb squad still that are on loan, etc. Højlund, still, Onana, Rashford, Sancho. It makes sense because that's already 4 players. Man, last year's 5, Ugarte, Dalot. Yeah, it could be 10. It's true. It could be 10. When you think about it like that, he's counting the players that are obviously already out the door, but not fully out the door. Casemiro, you know what I'm saying? So it adds up to 10 players. United are planning a major overhaul of their midfield and are willing to break their club transfer record. It's another guy saying it now. We've had that saying twice today. That's why it's on the thumbnail. Break their club transfer record to sign of Carlos Baleba, Wharton, or Elliot Anderson. That inevitably means casualties. Bro, listen, mate, we're in good hands. That's all I say. When we're looking at who we're linked with, I'm happy. We was out here with Ten Hag and the Glazers doing their thing. We were linked with guys like Rabiot and Artovic and them, man, there. I'm cool with this. Any of them come through the door, man's happy. Ugarte's been doing stinkers after stinkers, bro. Like, but he's going to want to play. I just can't see who buys him. And we bought him for what? What was it? 50 million? Was it 50 million we bought Ugarte for? 42 million pounds, and it adds up to 50 in add-ons. Bro, get him out the door. Take a 30, get him out the door, and just replace him with someone that's going to come and do a way better job. So that's my thing. And this is why. These are the type of things where I think they're not really going to take the chance with people abroad anymore. Because they looked at Ugarte's all of his metrics. He had the most tackles in Europe, playing for PSG, hella tackles, but he's just on the bench. They weren't really playing him like that. And their excuse for not playing him was they like him, he's a good player, but he's just not good with the ball like that. He's not really a, you know, like Vitina and them, like, they like to play around you. He's not that guy. He's just a destroyer. So that's why they went for him, bro. And they looked at his metrics, it all added up. Now we're trying to get someone that's going to dictate some play and, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. Ugarte looks like he's on his way out, man. I'm not really rating him anyway. I'll be real. Every time he's come on, it's been stinkers after stinkers. Everything you need to know about Man United and game against West Ham on Thursday. Man United host West Ham with, obviously, we're the only game. We're the only game on Monday, by the way, against who we play. Sorry, Thursday. We're the only game on Monday against Wolves. And then we're the only game on the Monday after that against Bournemouth when everyone goes to AFCON. So we're just literally the highlight. It's a rare midweek outing for the United this term, with the home clash moved to Thursday night to accommodate live television rights for Sky Sports as part of a full top flight program. Cunha will be will hopefully be available again following his 2-game layoff, while we also await updates on fellow absentees Maguire and Sesko. West Ham will be without midfielder Paqueta after his dismissal for dissent. He chased my man around. And obviously they still got some injuries, Fabianski and Oliver Scarles, who's got a shoulder injury, but Somerville could return. Somerville was a doubt. He didn't play against Liverpool, but he could return. United have had a mad record against them midweek league matches of late. Opta have disclosed that United are unbeaten in our last 17 top flight outings played on a Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday, winning the last 8 in a row. Last time we was beaten was by Liverpool in 2021. So we've got a mad record for playing a midweek game, basically. We don't lose them. But, bro, who cares, man? We've broke records galore this season. Look at Everton, brother. You know what I'm saying? We've never lost to a team that's got 10 men. We broke that record. Everton didn't win at Old Trafford for about 20 years. Broke that record. David Moyes ain't won at Old Trafford since he left managing us. We broke that record. So these records don't mean shit. I'll tell you like that for free. But yeah, that's all the stuff on West Ham that we need to know anyway. So we'll see. Let's get a few more of these comments and see what's going on. The way they think, big up match. The way they're inconsistent, I like, man. The last Bruno said about Saudis that it would never happen. I don't think he said it would never happen. I don't think he said it's never happened. He said that he had the options to go there, and he's asked his wife, and his wife said, have you won everything that you want? Have you accomplished everything that you want to accomplish in this club? He said no, because he hasn't won anything. And then she said, don't go. Then if that's how you feel. I don't remember him saying, I'm not going to Saudi. I feel like Malassa can do a better job. This hasn't been given opportunity. Do you remember Amrin saying that Malassa is doing well in training? Yeah, but he's going to do that though. Remember, Amrin gives all of them credit. He don't ever throw no one over the bus, you know. Malasia or any of them. He's going to come out and say, nah. When none of them buying there throwing the ball in the net, he wasn't out here throwing them in the bus. Do you know what I'm saying? He's saying Luke Shaw's world class. You're not forgetting these chats. Some people want him to be honest. He's honest to an extent. He's not going to be super honest, though. Think about it. They'll just get rid of the players. There are 16 players in Barcelona who are performing better than Rashford. Still does have an obligation. So let's see. I don't think it's an obligation, though. I don't think it's an obligation. I think it's a buy clause. I don't think they have to buy him. If Rashford comes back from Barca, he'll therefore be sold. We'll make money off him. If it was an obligation, he wouldn't be able to come back. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't know, man. I think it's a buy option or something like that. But we'll see what happens with it. Cool. So that's the stuff about West Ham. What's this? Brian and Bumo and Ahmad interview. What's that there? Let's see what else has come out. It says Ben Jacobs talking about my man. Listen, we've had some transfer news as well, but sometimes I don't take everyone serious no more, man. Do you understand? I don't take everybody serious. So that's why I'm not even putting it on the, I didn't even want to put it on the title, but I'll show you that now. So we had this about Stiller, obviously, Mark Oden. He says, Man United's midfield targets, only Stiller seems likely to be affordable and available next month. Obviously, this is what I showed you lot about João Gomez. We're not expected to go for him. Save the money and invest better. I don't know why he's showing us about the referee. This is Wharton. This is from Fajitas. Man, call them Fajitas. This Spanish source, I don't know if they've ever got anything right. I don't know. But Man United are preparing a 70 million offer. This is why I didn't come in and go mad on a thumbnail. 70 million offer. I said, there's no point. This key's Fajitas. I'm not going to take him serious. So I put it on my bookmark anyway. But I said, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to take it serious. I'll still show you lot, but I'm not really rating him like that. But he's saying sources value him closer to 80 to 100 million. If it comes to someone like Wharton or someone like that, or source about like an English player, I'm going to wait for the English journalist to come out and speak about it. I'm not going to get a source from Spain. It don't really make sense. I think he's just gemming it. He's guessing. And that's what Plettenberg does a lot. Plettigo. He guesses a lot. Do you understand? He came out the other day and said, Semenyo. Liverpool are in for Semenyo. They're trying to get him, even though he's going AFCON. Semenyo is not going AFCON. Ghana didn't qualify. You know what I'm saying? Some of them just say things and they don't even really mean it. So that's the stuff about Wharton. Blah, blah, blah. Onana didn't make it, of course. He didn't make the cut. So, yeah, man, we'll see what happens, man. That's the news, man. That's what's going on. Are we going to break this transfer thing? What's this? Look, why is man quoting the Sun? I don't want to read it. Obi, Heaven, and Diego Leon could all leave on loan this January. The Sun. Why are we quoting the Sun? Since when did United Exclusive do that? Obviously, we've heard about Diego Leon. He should be going to OG Nice. Remember, that's like our sister club. You might as well call it. Sir Jim owns there as well. Heaven, Martinez is back from injury now. So we got Luke Shaw that can play left centre back. Euro, Martinez, options galore. Maguire, De Ligt plays there sometimes when Maguire plays. So I don't know. Obi Chido, maybe they want to get him some proper experience so he could go somewhere and play. I reckon Obi Chido would be okay at like a championship club. Put him at like a championship club, like a Coventry or one of them. Come true, man. Do what you got to do. Get used to it properly. Obviously, he's playing for the under 18s or under 21s. So that's what it might be. But the Sun, come on. That's what I'm saying. A lot of this journalist stuff is a lot of guesswork. It's just, I've seen reports about OG Nice. Leon can go on loan. Heaven ain't playing that much. Martinez is back. He could go on loan. It's just easy, bro. Same with Chido Obi. Obviously, going to United team. This is obviously some more about the players. Alex Crook. And he just spoke about Ugarte could be the one that ends up holding the bullet for a few of these midfielders coming in. Because we're trying to overhaul, man. And that's one thing that I rate, though, about all the journalists. Even though some of them say different things, etc., and they're all over the place, they're all saying the same thing about the same sort of players. They're all saying it. Adam Wharton, Belieber, Anderson. They're all saying it. Some of them are saying January. Some of them are saying summer, but that's the three main players that every single one you can say. Ben Jacobs, Fabrizio, Ornstein, Laurie Whitwell, Mark Oden, whoever you want to name, Rich Fay, they're all naming the same three players. That's one thing like I kind of rate about it still. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. You was that anything else? Let me see that person there. Interested in catching it. Yeah, all right, cool, my peoples, man. That's about it, man. That's the news, bruv. Nothing else ain't came out since we've been on. It's only been this, and it's from the Sun. So that's the news. We're looking to go big. We don't know what midfielder it's going to be. It could be Wharton. It could be Belieber. It could be Elliot Anderson. But we're going to smash the transfer record, which is 89 million. Either way. So even if it's Anderson could be 85 million plus 10 million in add-ons, it gets to 95. Either way, we're willing to smash that record. Belieber, I think if Belieber comes, he doesn't come alone. That's my thing. Belieber comes, he's going to be the DM, just sit and do the running. We get someone that's going to conduct the players in Wharton, Anderson, or Stiller. That's what happens. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So we'll see what happens, my peoples, man. Smash the likes if you haven't already. Appreciate all of you lot. You know I'll be back here at 9 p.m. with a 10-minute update from wherever's come out today. From now all the way to 9 o'clock as well. So make sure you lot smash the likes, man. Appreciate all of you lot.
Got some celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.